Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Aharawan, Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Also, salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Kharab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. And now today, I'll be coming out with another lesson. An impromptu, won't have much of a title for it, but I was just recently listening to the lesson that my elder just did uh, on Jeremiah, and it's something he said at the end of the lesson. It's just something kind of caught my ear, and made me think. About teaching the truth the right way. You know, really making sure that we rightly divide the word of truth and do the things that we ought to do. But continuing in that. So, a few scriptures came to my life through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So without further ado, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3. It says verse 14. It says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, and hast been assured of knowing, of whom thou hast learned them." So we must continue in the things that we have learned. We must continue in the things that we've been taught. We must continue in the truth. We must continue to rightly dividing the word of truth. Being obedient. We got to remember, and we got to continue in that. Stay according to the doctrine. And we must also be assured, be affirmed, be confirmed, established of knowing who we learned it from, where it came from, our teachings, our elders, on down. We must understand. We got to continue in what's right and what's true. Not having self in it. No other way to say it. Not having self in it. Take self out of the way. But continue in the things that we have learned through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Verse 15. It says, "And that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation, through faith which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai." So as we've known these things from before time, these holy scriptures, the truth, which are able to make us wise unto salvation. Study to show yourself approved, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Again, rightly dividing the word of truth. Wisdom is the principal thing. Just roughly paraphrasing some scriptures, but wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, with all thy getting, get understanding. Get the understanding of that wisdom. Get the understanding of the truth. Stay on the path. Verse 16. "All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness." So all the scriptures, all the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai, the Tanakh, the Torah, and the Apocrypha, all the way through the volume of the book. Yahweh Shai said he came in the volume of the book. So all scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh through the Spirit. And it is profitable for doctrine. It is profitable to base your life on it. It is profitable to live your life according to it. It's good for reproof, correction, blame, so that you can stay on the right path. So again, that you can rightly divide the word of truth. It's good for correction, letting you know where you may have gone off at. And instruction, showing you how to do things, how to walk according to Yahweh Shemel Shai. So we must continue in these things. We must stay on the path. Let's make sure and understand that we rightly divide the word of truth. Continuing. Matter of fact, I'm going to just go ahead and get it. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. You got to study, and you got to read, take notes, look up the definition and the meaning of words so that you can get a full understanding. So you can be that workman that's not going to be ashamed when it's time for you to shine your light, when it's time for you to stand on your square. And when that happens, you can rightly divide the word of truth. You can do as it is required of you by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Let's continue. This is 1 Timothy 4, 13 and 13. It says, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. So until Yahushua comes, until this race is won, till this fight is over, we must give attendance to reading, to exhortation, and to doctrine. We got to stay the path. When you read, you study, you're able to break down the scriptures correctly because you have to study. That means you have to go into the meaning and the definition of words. Exhortation, building up, and to doctrine, going according to the instructions. Verse 14, it says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on hands of the presbytery. So we ought to not neglect any of the gifts that is within us that Yahweh Yahushua has placed in us, because it was given unto us by prophecy, with the laying of hands of the presbytery, the elders, those who ran the race first, who fought the fight first and overcame. You know, a lot of prophets, apostles, and teachers are back in this time as well for us to do the same thing again. But we must not neglect any of the gifts that we have been given. And one of the beautifulest gifts that we've been given back our mind, or i.e. our spirit. The knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which we once had before, but lost, but the Lord has allowed us to reattain it. So now that we have reattained, He has woken us up. He's quickened us. We're not, well, whatever gift we have in this truth, don't neglect it, because it is integral, or it is very important in the body, because we all got a function. The one thing that we must always do: give attendance to read, give attendance to doctrine, reading too, but give attendance to doctrine, the instruction, and rightly dividing the word of truth. Verse 15, it says, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear before all. So we must meditate on these things. We must meditate on the laws, the statutes, the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We must meditate on what the Lord requires of us. We must meditate on how to walk to the best of our ability according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in this sinful flesh. And in doing that, our profiting, our light will appear to others. They will see your good works and glorify the Father in heaven. Verse 16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt save both thyself and them that hear thee. So take heed unto yourself. Pay attention. Examine yourself. And take heed unto the doctrine, and continue in these things. So if you are doing this, and in doing it, you will save yourself and those that may hear you, or those that will hear you, because they'll see your example and they'll follow your example. So we must go according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Speak the truth. No add-ons, no takeaways. The unadulterated truth. And with that, shalom.